All right. You are listening to another edition of Blitz, the third review of the day. Added a stream on Let's Talk Jets with Tyson onto the docket as well. So getting quite a bit of work in today. The last review of the free agents, at least as I know of now. Now, obviously, the Jets could bring in another free agent who you guys want me to review or who I want to review. Maybe I do a J2 Fairley. Again, we'll see. But for now, this is the last review of the free agents that I have. One Mr. Byron Cowart, 6'3", 300 pounds. I watched his entire 2024 season. We will get into the list of strengths and weaknesses at the end of the review. But for now, let me pull up the film and we can get into the actual film. So here we go. Moved on combo. Okay, so he's the number 93 right here. Now, the one thing I will say about him, just right off the jump, is for a guy who's 300 pounds, he did play a little bit more one tech than you typically expect. So note that down. Now, this rep doesn't start out great for him. Overall, obviously, he gets, he slides and gets pancaked on a combo there. So that's not ideal. With that being said, though, if you're a YouTuber who's, you're the YouTubers who don't watch the entire review. He does hold up a little bit better than you think throughout the review, so that is a positive. The problem here with Cowart is he comes into contact high, right? He doesn't notice the double team coming, or if he does, he doesn't sit down properly versus it. Again, what you really want to do is get extension from that left foot. You want to grab this guy's chest. You want to turn into him a little bit. You want to reduce the shoulder of the secondary contact. He comes in high, doesn't really reduce the shoulder, doesn't extend the instep of the left foot right here. So not proper technique. He ends up sliding out of, sliding and obviously getting pancaked, and the running back cuts it right behind that because why would you not? So he gets driven to the ground right there. So we want to see him clean up the anchor technique versus a combo there, no doubt. All right. In the run game here, okay, so we have not a strong start to the review, but again, it brightens up a little bit. He's the loose one tech right here. Okay. So in terms of the run game, okay, you have the center blocking back to him with the guard pulling. You have Cowart, who his hands seemingly land wide. The left hand lands outside. There's really no strong point of contact there. He sees the running back cutting it inside of him. There's really a lack of foot drive. There's a lack of him trying to reset his hands to the inside. 79 blocks back to him is stand. He's in his bridge, but he's in a spot where he could get bull rushed back. You have Cowart, who's not really again reworking the hands, and the feet really aren't working so much. He kind of allows himself to be blocked there. Again, even if you are blocked and you're out of positional leverage right there, it's okay. But what you want to do is at least get your hands inside, start working off your insteps, and create some movement here. So you're closing off the gap. You're choking off that gap. He kind of allows himself to be blocked, right? Got to work the base, got to work the hands more, and can't just stand up like that. Drive him inside, which I believe is, I don't know, is that Cushionberry? I forget. I think I just said the other day that Cushionberry plays for the Broncos. So clearly I'm a little bit twisted on where Cushionberry plays, but run stuff from Cowart here. Loose three. If you want to call him a 4-eye, I'm calling more of a loose three here. Okay. This time better, more activity, right? Now he feels the down block coming as we have what looks like one back power here. And Cowart steps down, thinking it's zone, just diagnosing, sees the open chest of the right tackle, lowers himself into contact a little bit, gets his hands on first and inside, which will take, eyes into the backfield, sees it's a wide track by the running back, starts driving off the right foot up and through the left arm, creating some separation from him and the tackle who's should be trying to close distance. He's trying to create separation, creates that separation, steps through, clears the outside half, brings down the running back. Good job here. Good job stepping down. Good job, widening the base, landing the hands first inside, driving through the left hand, and then again clearing that outside hand. Good job by him on that run stuff right there. In on tackle. All right. He's right here. So he's a 3 tech, loose 3 in my terminology. All right. Chase down, we'll take it. Steps inside with the offensive lineman, sees the combo coming, decides to be a little bit more aggressive with this one. club, arm over. He gets caught by the club a little bit, or he gets caught by the ricochet a little bit there. Ricochet technique by the guard. So the problem is when you do start to do arm overs and stuff, you're gonna really expose your chest and gets caught there a little bit, but still avoids it enough, is able to then drive through the attempted block of 72 right here, who doesn't look to be the best player in the world. But nonetheless, I like the club. I like the idea of the arm over, playing the inside half of that guard, gets some extension, gets some lift, plays the elbow, pushes himself through, finds a tackle on Hubbard. If he's on the front side, you're not expecting him to make a play in the backfield unless he were to really split that gap really cleanly. But good adjustment after, good drive, good effort. Good job getting in on the tackle at least. Run tackle. Okay. Now with him too is he doesn't offer so much in the pass game, so a lot of the review will be in the run game. 1 sec right here. Again, for a guy who's 300 pounds, it's pretty atypical. This time again, a little bit better than the second rep we saw. Come off the ball, see the run block, get the base to widen, drop the weight a little bit, hands inside, gets the extension, right? So good job reacting to it. Center comes off the ball quick towards him. Nope. Land those hands first, land those hands inside, play from a good base off the left instep, get the extension, look at the running back's track. Running back's taking a track right at him, right? Clears himself to the outside. Nope. Running back's cutting back inside. Good job by Cowart keeping the extension through the right arm. If he didn't do that, if he didn't keep that extension through that right arm, what happens is he closes ground. He blocks him. He's out of this play. He's not able to cross his face because there's no cushion for him to cross his face. He has to give himself a cushion across the face, clear himself, pillar in the inside arm through the left instep, cross the face with a rip, get in on the tackle of number 6, whoever that running back is. I don't know off the top of my head, but good play. This is again, for a guy who's 300 pounds in the inside here, it's a good run stuff. And hands, extension, keeping the extension, eyes, crossing the face, all good. Pressure but no rip, tight? Question mark. Okay. At this point in the review, like I'm early on, I'm asking questions to myself. Is he tight? Is he this? Is he whatever? Does he have bend? He's a 4-eye right here. Okay. Anyway, and when you see that is when guys get like pushed and they're trying to corner and they're trying to flatten out to get it to a quarterback and stuff. We could see that, this time presses the B gap a little bit, crosses the face with somewhat decent timing. Club, arm over. But ideally right here, what we do is after that arm over, we turn that immediately into a rip. I don't see it get up there. He gets pushed. And overall, just watching the play, throughout, you could see he's not the loosest athlete in the world. There's a little bit of stiffness in the hips, and as he gets pushed there, you can see how he's like almost like a train slowing down. At the end, he's not the most loose, agile athlete, even for a size of 300 pounds. But with that being said, he's also stronger than you'd think for a guy who's 300 pounds. So give and take. 4-eye right here, half sack. Again, he offers more rush versatility than a guy like Noddy. So if he's able to hold up in the run, he actually may be maybe he starts, maybe it's Taylor, but he has an opportunity to start. Okay, closes around in the center or on the right guard, tries to cross his face with a club rip. He doesn't set it up the best. So Brandon Sheriff's able to get back in on it, so he doesn't beat him cleanly with the club rip. The club rip would land cleanly if he was more attacking half a man. He's attacking a full man right here because he didn't set up his angles as best as he could have. So he's not able to really set in that rip because set in that rip, you almost have to be nearly hip to hip with him. Doesn't work out, right? Doesn't work out. How do you adjust after that? Sees Lawrence stepping up to the pocket, spins, cuts him off, gets on the half sack. So yeah, no, he doesn't win there. Obviously, he's more explosive and stuff than Nadi is. We can already see that. So as in a straight line, he's somewhat explosive. Club rip doesn't land. Again, how are you going to adjust? I'm going to spin out of it, get hands on Lawrence, and get the sack. Cowart penetrate. One sec right here. Okay. So now just him being aggressive in the run game, and it looks like it may be an RPO, or it is an RPO. Sorry, not maybe. It is. Sees 65 working towards him, really flat angle. So it's a good diagnosis. If he's flat, he's not going to be able to match me in that backside A gap. Extends, sees the flatness, reads it, club arm over, is there immediately for the running back. Ball is out. But if this is handed off, he's there. So we'd be talking about this if the ball's handed off, like, oh my God, hell of a run stuff. It's not because it's an RPO and Lawrence pulls it correctly and gets the ball out. But in terms of playing the run there, that was a really good play. It's probably the best play of the review so far, even though he didn't do anything in terms of on the stat sheet. Cowart, ball, plan. Okay. He's your 4-eye right here. Okay, so in terms of this bull rush, and there's some times where I think he lacks a plan and kind of just puts his hands into a guy and tries to just bull rush. There's not much like pass rushing, just like versatility with him. Something like Eric Watts does. He comes in very high and just with no plan. Watching him back now, I still have like 5 games left of the Jets season, 5.5 games of the Jets season to watch, and then those reviews will start coming out. So, obviously, you're probably watching this. I'm recording this on June 1st. You're probably watching this on mid-June, late June, whatever, whenever this review is coming out. But I still have a little bit to go with the Jets. But nonetheless, Eric Watt's not the best rush plan. So this time, rushing the right guard. Like you see that there's not really much of like the right hand lands first. I don't think the left hand is even on yet. Yep, it's kind of by his hip. Then it comes on. We can see he's very high into this. He's standing straight up. So if you're trying to bull rush here, ideally what you do is if you want to press the outside a little bit, fine. Press the outside a little bit, turn hard into him, come into contact nice and low, hands inside, you know, get the extension, get the lift. He comes in, one hand, two hands standing straight up. It's where's the plan here to beat the guard? This is not a good plan, and it's going to get shut down because he's not very linear through it. He's not rolling his hips. His hands aren't in the proper position. His hands don't land with any pop to them. Tackle for loss. Okay, your 3 tech right here, and good job in the run game. Okay, so now guard pulling. Typically, what is that going to mean? If he's pulling outside, you're going to have a tackle blocking down on you. Reads that, hands inside, foot drive, sees, okay, hey, this guy is taking more of an inside track. I think I can make a play here. So good diagnosis, good job getting your hands up, good extension, power. Again, seeing the track of the running back, realizing that it's more vertical. He doesn't have to play this over the top. Decides to be aggressive, shoots through with a rip, makes a tackle on Brian Robinson. And good job. Good job really realizing where that block is coming from, getting hands inside, realizing the vertical track, clearing himself with a rip, getting a tackle. All very good there. Um, Tackle. Okay. Sorry for the stuff on the bottom. The 1 sec right here. Okay, so now versus combo again. Does he want to maybe play this a little bit better in terms of like, taking on one guy, dropping the weight, not playing so high, not taking on 2 guys and all that stuff. Yeah, no doubt about it. Now there's a little bit of traffic there for the center, so the center's not able to really get much of Cowart. So Cowart continues to drive the feet inside to where the guard is not, to where the guard is not keeping his eyes up. Decides to just shoot through that gap because that's really the only way he's going to make a play. Drop the weight into the instep, push himself through. Gets, let's be transparent here. A little bit lucky that the running back cuts the run back because right now he's on his knees. The running back cuts it right back into him, but dives to make the tackle. So it's good effort. Like every play is not going to be so clean and all this stuff. Yeah, he doesn't take this on well. It's bad technique in terms of taking on a combo, but the foot drive and the effort to just make a play, penetrate that gap on your knees, get back up, find the running back, make a tackle is good. So the secondary of it's good. The primary, the start of it's not good. And the primary is always not going to be good. Run stuff, 3 tech right here. Okay, good play. No, this one's good. Again, matching the zone steps. Tackle's coming to take him on. Hands inside, extension, and obviously with these guys basically sprinting to their right, to his left, to their right, he's gonna realize, okay, this is a wide track. Again, hands inside, extension, torque immediately to free himself. Hip strength, you see how it comes up for the left step in and up and through the hips into the hands. Core strength, rip, find the running back, get hands on, tackle. So that's a good run stuff. That's a hell of a run stuff. And good matching, good hands on. The immediate extension and rip right there. Extension, torque, and rip is really good. It's all paired very nicely and stacked. Good job. Tackle for loss. I think he's your three tech right here. Again, getting aggressive here. Comes off the ball, shoots backside, and that may be by design, just based on how both him and the you know DN next to him do it. They both shoot backside with the linebackers getting over the top. Yeah, I think that's by design. It's basically just shooting inside over top, just some movement from the defensive front. So I think this is by design again. Club, arm over. I like how he turns out of it. Why? To reduce his contact window or the contact area from the guard. Club arm over, find the running back, track him down, make the tackle. Good job. Effort. All right. 93 right here. Loose one. Again, so in terms of like the play, okay, is this where you want to be caught? Do you want to be coming into a combo block, splitting them, but taking them on, taking them both full on? No, we don't. He gets reach right here. Not a good spot to be in. But what do we see? Like the play says, effort, drive the feet, drive the feet, drive the feet. Okay, he's not letting me pass him, so I'm gonna work his momentum against him. Use a hump move, free up my left arm, throw him by me. Right? Sorry for the dog barking if you hear that. Get underneath of him with extension, flatten, get there. So again, not good off the jump, but we'd like the effort. We like the effort. We like the foot drive, the hump move to get underneath of him. Clear himself with the inside arm or with the outside arm, right arm, let's say. It's neither inside or outside really there. Effort and chase down. Okay, three tech. Okay, so now starts to actually shift. So he's laid off the snap here, unfortunately, but sees the pull with the down block from skipper. Reduces rip. Again, you gotta defeat that rip sorry, so Francisco Lodor hit a home run. I got distracted. But if he has that strong elbow positioning on the inside of you, it's gonna be really hard for you to pass that. So what you want to do is to rip. You want to flare that elbow out, less power there to hold you up. So rip through it, chase down the running back or the tackle. Okay, so effort, good chase down. Tackle for loss. 1 sec. Okay, so now, again, sees the run block coming, more aggressive off the snap, explodes, hands inside, extension. I'm sure the eyes in the backfield peripherally. Wide in the base, 2. Torque him, core strength, work him to the right. As you plant with the right, free the inside half, make the tackle. And good job getting the hands inside. Good job getting into it linear. Roll the hips up. Roll the hips up and through. That's why it gets lifted up. Eyes up. Extend the base. Shed. Tackle. Run tackle. All right. 93, 1 sec. Okay, where's Debo? So comes off the ball, gets reached a little bit off the jump, but his hands land inside. At least the right hand lands inside. Right hand lands inside. Some extension. You can see his eyes peeking into the backfield. Sees that Debo's on a wide track. Eventually. Maybe his eyes don't. Maybe they're not in the backfield right there. If so, I want to see him get over top a little bit earlier, but maybe you could argue that you don't want to declare too early so he doesn't cut back. But eyes are up. There's some extension there. Sees Devo committing to that gap. We're going to see extension from the right, left cross the face with a rip to clear the hands. Dive, make the tackle. It's a hard spot for a center, realistically, but it's a good job controlling with the hands and then eventually pulling himself through. Got 10 plays left of the last free agent review. Possibly, probably not, realistically. Stuff, 3 tech. Okay. He tries to get aggressive here and just goes with the hump move right away. It doesn't really land. And step with the offensive lineman, go to throw the hump, doesn't land, but he still has good leverage. Right? Eyes are into the backfield. Nice wide base, power off the instep. Again, for a guy who's 300 pounds, he has some good strength. He's just holding up. Obviously, more of a vertical track for the running back, so he just kind of stays where he is. Gets himself back into a better position. Looks like he clubs with the right, or at least torques with the right, rips through, tackle. And 300 pounds, he holds up well, much better than most 300 pounders inside. So he may be competing with Nadi for that starting 1 tech role. Again, tries for the hump, doesn't really get there, doesn't really land. Good base, good instep. Looking for him, clear him, bang. Hold on 1 second. All right, we're back. I heard my kid leaving for a few hours. I wasn't gonna be able to say goodbye before work, and not gonna do that. All right, blow up run, but tackle radius. 3 tech right here. Let's get through this so I can have a burger before lunch. Again, good penetration from him. Again, diagnosing, seeing the combo coming, deciding to be a little bit more aggressive this time. 2 guys working towards me. What do I see? A wide open A gap. I'm gonna explode into that A gap. Club, rip, right? Secondary awareness there. Hey, let me get my right arm out here. Why? To get himself vertical. Obviously, if he doesn't get that hand out, he's going to continue to get driven vertically. He's not going to be able to flatten. Get that hand out. You not only push this offensive lineman out of the way to clear yourself, but you help yourself get vertical. Gets vertical. Again, a little bit, and there's a shove there, so it's not so easy, but he's a little bit tight in terms of like, okay, now I'm going to flip my hips over and get in this tackle. Not an easy spot, transparently, but a little bit of a smaller tackle radius for him because a little bit of tightness. But overall, he blows up the run, right? Like we're going to take that as a positive. We're going to take that as a positive play. Oh, we got 2 play 20s, so it's actually a 28 play review. Effort, 3 tech. Yeah, we like the effort. Matching the zone steps, defeating the inside arm. We're trying to chop down on it, running through the right arm pillar, right extension right into the neck, reading the running back. Running back cuts it back hard. He's not going to be able to break back through the offensive lineman, so he spins out of it, finds the running back, squares him up. It's a good play from a backside D tackle. Now obviously him shooting it and tackle for loss and all that stuff's good, but the adjustment here is good. Run with the wide track, spin out of there, square up, tackle. Second play, number 20. Run tackle, 3 tech. Matches the steps, hands inside, face crosses the face with a rip. And we can see him adjust, land his hands first, extension. Wide track of the running back, crosses the face, a little bit more aggression. Crosses the face with a rip, frees up the inside arm, tackle. Easy. Run tackle. 1 tech. Okay, so he has potential in the run game. Again, I think he offers more as Nadi. I think he's a little bit younger too. So I think it's going to be a competition between those 2 guys. And maybe it's Taylor. I don't think he's strong enough to be 1 tech consistently. Zone steps, match him. Again, lower than Ragno, who's a good guard. I believe still, right? Maybe he fell off a little bit. Maybe he's a little bit older. I'm not sure, but I think he's a good guard still. Hands inside. Extension, looking into the backfield, right? Doesn't see the running back. Oh, he must be taking it more vertical. Drop, right extension, drop the weight, cross the face, clear himself with the wipe upwards, free up the inside arm, tackle. Effort, three tech. Again, so there's nothing to this one really. Okay, blocks back. Now he does come off the ball high sometimes. Hands first, hands somewhat inside. Extension, sees the ball is being thrown, decides to chase it down. You know, makes a tackle. I like the effort there. That's all that's showing is okay. We have a guy who's not lazy. He's going to show effort, and that earns you something in the coach's room. 5 plays left. In on tackle, one tech. Okay. Does a little bit better this time now. Comes off the ball lower, lands the hands again, just seeing the combo coming, seeing both guys working towards him, attacks one man, hands inside, extension, turns his body a little bit away. There's a little bit more extension from the left foot instep. It could even be a little bit more, have a little bit more depth to it. Nonetheless, it's good enough. It's pop back a little bit. You want that foot more, not this far extended necessarily because you don't have good balance, but also not that. Probably midway between the first and second step. I'm not saying the second step is bad. It's just his adjustments getting comboed. So I'm not saying that. I'm saying if he was here off the jump. So extension gets popped back a little bit, but keeps you see the power that he has through that left instep up and through the right arm, torquing the shit out of the center. Keeps that separation. He wants to keep that separation. Why? So he can cross. If there's no separation there, you're gonna cross. You're gonna hit bodies, right? You're gonna hit hips. You're gonna hit everything. Hit feet. So he keeps that extension, crosses the face, and on the tackle. Sack. One tech. Okay, this time he's just trying to run his feet a little bit against the guard. Closes ground, runs the feet. Guard's hands are a little bit passive. Stabs him. Stab, club, rip. 1, 2, 3. Cross his face. Get the as he gets inside, Gino starts to like shuffle to his left a little bit. And obviously he doesn't defeat the guard cleanly because he just lacks explosion and all that stuff. He's a little bit high. So he gets pushed out off his spot. But is that Laken Tomlinson? I think it's actually Laken Tomlinson, unless he got subbed out. But okay, now I'm getting pushed past the quarterback vertically. Going to spin out of it, find him, gets a sack. Now again, is that the best rush plan? Like, well, one, you have to adjust the movement. You don't know if they're sliding left, sliding right. So he just tries to hesitate a little bit. But I like the stab, stacking the moves there. 1, 2, 3. It's good. Then lacks the explosion, so he's not able to cross the face, spins out of it, gets the sack. 3 plays left. One tech. Okay, so this time being a little more aggressive. You have the pull, the guard blocking down on you. So going to be more aggressive, shoot this gap. Throws a rip. Throws a rip as he widens the base, just he's reading the running back. Left instep. Elbow up to the sky, lift Laken Tomlinson's inside arm, get past him. Now, obviously, he doesn't get there initially, but he blows up the run because he crosses his face, and now that pulling tackle isn't able to stay on his track. Why? Because Cowart blocks him or gets in his way, and now it's a thing where he took two guys. He did enough right here. You're just right there. He took out 2. You'll take 2 for 1 all day. Continues to track the ball, make it the tackle. But that quick penetration right there blew up that tackle's pull. Now that running back doesn't really have a lead blocker, One tech. Better anchor right there. Technique. We could see that, right? Feels the block coming, hands inside, turns himself. This is exactly what we're talking about. Exactly what we're talking about. Right in, you see the right instep's a little bit more extended, turning the body away from it super low. It's hard to move a guy like that. That is perfect in terms of technique in a combo. That's exactly what we want. Exactly. Drop that knee to the ground. Extension. Obviously gets, jolted back just a little bit, extends the base, keeps the extension through the left arm, again, giving him that cushion across his face. Keep it extended, cross with a rip, make the tackle. That is a very, very good play. It's a very good stuff. He barely gets moved there at all. Half a yard. The foot extends. But in terms of the technique there, turning out of it, getting hands on one of the guys at least, turning out of that, awesome. Awesome play. Last play. Um, One tech. Okay, so similar as a few plays ago, he tries to kind of cross the guy over, hesitate. He gets caught in the chest here because he's dancing a little bit. He gets caught in the chest, just continues to drive the feet, rush Jenkins backwards, eventually to land the right into the chest, eventually land the right into the chest. First Mills, right? Clearly right here, he's not going to win to the right side of Jenkins. So with the right into the chest now, he extends the right, crosses the face. I'm not going to win here. I don't have my left hand on. He's getting jolted backwards into his right. I'm going to take him into his momentum. Right hand extension. Cross the face with a rip. Cross the face. Extension. Rip. Get there for the... Oh. Get there for the sack, but nope. Willis or... Yeah, Wills or... No, Mills. Actually, who the hell is this? Is it Mills? I I don't know. No, Willis is the quarterback from it's like St. Mary's or something like that. I think this is Willis. Wills goes to get the sack, nonetheless. Who cares? Goes to get the sack, steps out of it, shuffles out of it, continues with the effort, driving the feet, finds him, brings him down, technically for the sack. Let's watch the highlights. Let's talk about some strengths and weaknesses. Oh, I'm an idiot. Highlights are. This happened again with his review. I did it last night and then it popped and then the review like it popped up like, oh, the plays are actually there. And then so Cowart's not gonna have a highlight. Whatever. It is what it is. I did it twice. I'm not doing it a third time. Strengths, plays with good leverage and run game. I'm gonna put mostly. Anchor for size, can be explosive off of snap. Um, Stacks well at times, has some pop in his hands, good bull rush when he has proper technique. Effort, some reps showing good snap timing. Powerful club, strong core, overall strength for his size. Gets hands inside and run game. His weaknesses, change of direction, tackle radius, lacks pass rush for variety. Pads can be high as a pass rusher. Stacking moves with consistency. Counters, inconsistent anchoring versus combos, needs more consistent hand usage versus run, needs to play with more control. Bull rush can stall because of pad level and hand placement, lacks consistent rush plan, needs to be more linear in bull rush, inconsistent run game diagnosing. I'm gonna delete that one. Actually, I don't think it's a weakness. It's maybe like something that's just kind of average, which isn't a strength or a weakness. Like if you have to be strong or weak at something. It's not like I have 40 categories and I got to put them in one or the other. If you're average at something, I kind of just leave it out. I put balance and on ground too often as the final two weaknesses. That is it for the Cowart review. I hope you guys enjoyed the shit ton of reviews in terms of free agents and draft picks. Now we get into the Jet ones. I appreciate you, and I'll talk to you next time.